Mic check. Mic check. Ooh, mic check.
All right, everyone. Welcome to the first episode of Mic Check with Witness. So we don't want to waste time. We've been having some challenges, but the first episode already we're having challenges and all that. So when you know something, it's good. When God is supporting you on certain things, you have challenges. So today on my first episode, guys, it's gonna be someone special, someone who has been doing music business for the longest time. She used to run the music school, so I don't even want to waste time. Let's give it up for Chelle Snyman. Is it Snyman or Snyman?
Snyman.
Snyman. Ah,
Snyman.
okay. How are you, Chelle?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Your mic.
My mic is too far.
Yes.
Kenzie,
Kenzie.
come join.
Yeah. So, Chelle, thank you for agreeing to do this on my first episode, actually, of Mic Check. I think this is because we come a long way,
Mhm.
and how we met and how we started this journey of music. So as time goes on, she will tell her experience in music. But I remember the first time when you called me for when you wanted me to come and join the music school and all that. I didn't know like the vision you had, and it's amazing how we have come so far. All these years we've been doing this thing, working hard, going up and down. So on today's episode, it's gonna be more of what we have done and our experience in music and what we think about the music of today, what we think about what the music was back in the days. So, Chelle, I just wanted to ask you, like, ever since you started, what has been for you in terms of music, and where did it come from? And in terms of you calling me all of a sudden, we're starting a band, we're going gigs after gigs. Where did it all begin?
Well, I've always loved music. My family's always been in music, in the church.
Yeah.
Most of my family members have been in bands, and it's always been music.
Yeah.
I've always loved music. I think it's such a nice way as a celebration for people getting together.
Yeah.
There's always happiness, dancing, jiving.
Yeah.
Music is just something that you cannot be without.
Yeah, that's true.
So yes, and quite a few years ago, I was called in at the music academy.
Yeah.
They had closed down, and I was meant to just come and help out with the last bit of paperwork and
Yeah.
reporting and stuff. And I walked in, there was no one, but there was so much equipment, there was so much potential, can I say? And 2 weeks led up to 4 weeks, and eventually after that month, I just asked the board members at that time, is there a possibility that I can see if I
Yeah.
can make it
Yeah.
work? I mean,
Yeah.
at that time, I didn't know what my plan was or anything. I just saw there was
Yeah,
something that
yeah,
could
yeah,
be
yeah.
done. Obviously, in that, I did research on what had previously been happening, what people had been doing, what the vision that time was.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, the level 5 lockdown happened.
Yeah.
So that was a major thing, and I tried to find ways how you could still put music together with everyone not being able
Yeah.
to get together, and I decided to run a music competition
Oh.
for all genres of music, vocalists, bands, instruments. And I think you were one of the male vocal videos I received.
Yes.
And yes, from there was cash prizes. People were sending in their videos. It helped that the passion was still alive
Yeah.
for all musicians, and especially because musicians, everyone is actually a struggling musician. There was
yeah.
no money in it. So that kind of was my goal at that point. And then just as things started easing, I got a call from a client at that time. They wanted a band to perform at a year-end function. And I remember taking a big risk. I went to go meet with a woman, and I lied, and I said, not lied, like I sort of knew what my plan started, like I started putting things together. I did say that I had a band. I mean, I had not had a band yet, but I was planning on putting one together. And I remember during that whole meeting with her, I kept thinking of like you and the people that had entered the competition and the winners and even the people that didn't win. I realized I could put a band together.
Yeah.
So I had like 11 or 12 days to put a band together for a big
Jeez.
function coming up. That's when I phoned you guys
Yes,
we got together. Yes, and then from there the love just grew. We went to the performance, my first performance that I'd ever planned, put together, and we were just winging it.
Yeah.
And I know by the second song, people were just cheering, and it just was incredible. By the third song, another client that was at that function came to me and booked the band for the following Friday again.
Yeah, I remember.
And then from there, we just, as you know, we just worked and we just went for it.
Yeah.
Constant rehearsals.
Yeah.
Constantly in that rehearsal room, putting songs together, figuring out what the clients were liking, changing the genres of the music to fit, you know, what they were asking. Yes, and then in that as well, it just kept growing.
Yeah.
We, at the academy itself, we had hubs in the external rural areas where, as an after-school program for kids in those areas, the schools don't, you know, they don't offer sports or stuff like that. So the idea was that there would be marimba and indigenous music being taught in those areas, and that was running 6 days a week.
Wow.
So that's where the other bands were forming. I mean, we were doing music probably 8 days a week, all of us, and just constantly in music. Yes, and then as much as the live performances and the rehearsals, all of that was amazing. I loved it. But I thought, what more can we do?
Yeah.
And we started implementing, as you guys went from band members.
Yes.
You guys went and became tutors now.
Yeah.
So the band members became the tutors, and we opened up the academy for students of all ages, all areas, every afternoon, unlimited, to just come and learn music. And we were very practical with that, as in, put the guitar in your hand, we'll figure out the notes and everything later on. We are developing bands with that, so the kids also get exposure to how the industry is, and whether they just want to perform in their church or at their school for a play. The one thing about music I learned is it is very disciplined.
Yeah.
If you love your instrument, whether it's your voice or your guitar or your drums, you constantly, you focus on that. It becomes your passion, because you cannot reach your best level. There's always something more to learn, whether it's vocally or with an instrument. So music is a very disciplined art that keeps everyone, you constantly try at it.
Yeah.
It's not, you're not ever going to get 100% for your music, because it's so diverse and so huge. The learning capabilities are endless.
Wow.
So that was that.
Wow. What a story. So I wanted to ask you, like, you have been running the music school for the longest time, and how has been like to you? Because when as far as I remember, you had no backup, somebody to back you up in terms of moving around. You were alone up front and running things. Okay, marimba this side, live bands this side. How has been, like, if you can just describe those moments where now you were dealing with harps, kids, you were dealing with the tutors, us who were teaching, making sure that everything is in place. How was it for you? I understand the pressure was a bit too much. You have to handle people from the marimba side, us this side, gigs, organizing gigs also for the marimbas. And by that time you are going up and down all alone. I understand I was there, I was assisting, but to you personally, how did it made you feel? Because I can understand the pressure, but I know there is love, also the passion into it. But if you can just explain those moments now when you were going forward. I understand every morning we'll complain that how tired we are and everything, but according to those moments that we had that time, where you were in front, making sure that everything is in proper, everyone is doing the right thing. How has it been for you? How has it been for you since that time?
Well, I must say, I was very fortunate to have an amazing team that was helping
Yeah.
me
Yeah,
with
that's true.
everything. I honestly never felt like it was a job.
Huh.
It wasn't. It wasn't something that. Yeah, obviously it was a struggle. You get tired.
Yes.
My kids were very little, so I was away a lot more than I would have preferred. But um, when you have that passion, as I had, and I could see the passion in all my team members. I mean, at one point, at the peak of that, we had over 500 students in our offices in the hub. We had a lot of people relying on us, and I think that's what kept me going. And I mean, you guys were incredible. I know I would come to you and I'd be like, "Witness, we don't know what we're gonna do now, but we're gonna do it. I don't know how, but let's do it." It was a lot of taking risks. It was a lot of putting trust in not just your team but yourself as well. And yeah, like I said, it didn't even feel like a job. I loved it. I'm very passionate about it. It was amazing seeing the students come together from not knowing how to do something to being able to do it after a few months.
That's
and
true.
Growing in confidence, which is another thing that is so nice about music. Not everyone is comfortable being on stage. Like, you know me, I'm not getting on stage. I don't care what happens.
You tried, but
I don't know how you guys did. It's just I prefer behind the scenes, behind the stage. But it's still, it helps you, your confidence. It grows the confidence. You meet young students that don't have confidence, that barely speak, and a few months later they're laughing and chatting and getting to know people. They have more friends simply just because music has taught them the confidence within themselves.
That's true.
Yes. So yes, it never really felt like a job. It was difficult. It was hard. But I can't tell you how I did it because I actually also don't know. But I know I had an amazing team and amazing people backing me and helping me at any point that I ever needed.
Wow. Okay. I think to other people that are watching there, like, I wanted to ask you, like, is there any plans now going forward? Are you planning on something? And understand that we had a good run back then, and along the line it has to end, but we need to find ourselves to go forward. So I wanted to ask you, in terms like going forward, do you have any plans that maybe I know you might not have to say everything until it's finalized. So, like, do you have any plans that even if someone is watching there and they would want to be part of the same vision that we had back then, and if I feel like if maybe there's something that you feel like maybe you wanted to do, they would want to be interested and say, no, let's take along, we want to go with you guys. So is there any plan going forward? What have you planned? And
Well, since leaving the academy, I obviously left because it wasn't aligning with what my plans and how I felt things should have been done. So from that, I decided to start going, to start being a complete independent non-profit, to do things the way I know how to run it and to protect the entirety of what we were doing. So yes, majority of the stuff has been finalized. I will be opening our own music foundation where we'll do exactly the same as we did, but more. Where my passion lies in the music and the constant, the teaching, the practical teaching of it in areas where it's unreachable, even in the local area where we've got all of you guys or some new guys as well coming in, where we can teach again and develop bands again, and then also add a theatre to what we are doing. Because that was one thing that was a bit of a struggle within like the late nights and the traveling and all of that is having to load up your equipment and to travel, and so to try and make it a bit easier on everyone this time, the plan is to develop our own theatre where we can showcase everything that we put together, everything that we have, and also other well-known bands can come in and just music all the time again. So that it's there. We're just waiting for the open.
Can't wait. So to people who are watching there, like, I know there is little witness somewhere running around, and one day will watch this video. and they will want to be a musician, they want to be a singer, they want to play guitar, drums, whatever. What advice can you give?
Don't give up,
Mhm.
take risks, and always back yourself and your team.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, we had this conversation yesterday where I said no is a full answer.
Yep.
No is a full sentence.
Yep.
The music industry is a very tough industry.
Oof.
Very tough. There's a lot of backhanded stuff happening. There's a
Yeah.
lot of jealousy, a lot of drama.
Oof, yeah.
So many times where you feel like you want to quit because of the constant drama and people
That's true.
looking down on you. Or don't believe those people. If you know who you are, take your risk.
Yep.
Don't be reckless, but take your risks
Mhm.
and just have faith in yourself and
Wow.
have good people on your side in your team.
Wow. Hey, guys, you have heard. I think she has said what everyone would want to hear, and I'm just glad because on the first episode, for the fact that I sit with Chelle, many of you will know the story as we go on and everything. As time comes, we will share more stories. But as right now, as we begin, this is what we can give to you guys and for you guys to support the mic check. So that was the reason why I wanted her to be on the first episode, is because we started this thing together, and for the fact that she believed in me and she believed that, okay, we can do something together. And that really meant a lot to me. And I just want to say thank you, Chelle.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for inviting me.
I understand we have been having some challenges, but nothing will stop us. We have been having these kind of challenges before.
Mhm.
We know how it feels like when you're doing something and then something keeps pulling you back. So we're not going to quit. Even now, after this one, we're still going to go forward. So I appreciate the time.
Thank you.
And a lot of stories. There's a lot. Just that here she was summarizing, guys. She was summarizing,
There's a lot of stories.
There's a lot that we can talk about. But for the sake of time, we're just going to be, summarize some stuff. And then you guys, you will see as time goes on that there is a lot. There is a lot that it's in music that many people should learn. And sometimes it's always a good thing to advise, but also it's a good thing for somebody to have to go through something.
Yes.
And especially in music, you have to go through it. See how it feels like. When you go to a gig, you don't get paid. It's painful. You cry and do all those things, but we just have to keep going. So that's it. I don't know if you want to add anything on top.
No, the only other thing is what I can say is don't let people tell you that you can't do it.
Oof,
I mean, many years ago when we started and we met each other and we were just going for it, a lot of people told us we couldn't do it because we don't have this background or we don't have this degree in music or that. But we did it, and we did it better than any of those people could have, because we took the risks and we believed in ourselves.
That's true.
And I think majority of the thing was also we stayed humble.
Yep.
I mean, there were times where we were sweeping the floors, clearing the tables at performances, but everyone's thinking, but you're managing, you're the lead singer, you're the manager of the band, you shouldn't be doing that. But you need to be able to be on the ground and do those things.
Yeah, that's true.
And believe that the more work you put in, the more you will benefit eventually.
Yeah.
That's how you can learn from anything regarding the music industry, the ins and outs, the backstage, the on the floor work, not just on the stage behind a mic or an instrument. There's so much more that goes into it.
Yeah,
That
that's true.
you should just be open-minded and be willing to learn and take the risks, and don't listen to the people that said you aren't able to, you wouldn't be able to. You go for that.
Whoa. Yeah, no, I have nothing to say, guys. Another question, Chelle, that I wanted to ask, like when now we're in different times in terms of music. There's what we call AI now, and I feel like many artists, many producers, they're crying because of this AI, because they know that their bread now is being taken away. Singers are crying, players are crying. What can you say? What can you say about, what is your view about AI? Because if you can just try to compare the music back then, how we used to write a song, and maybe it will take 2 days, but the process of it was so fun. We were enjoying this thing and all those things. And then now all of a sudden there is AI. AI gives you a song within 10 seconds. You just write the prompt of I want the song to sound like this. A singer must be a male. Instruments must be like this, and then that's it. Comes out like that. What is your view in terms of that? Because I feel like, geez, it's gonna affect a lot of people. What is your view?
Well, I've been asked this a few times now, especially with starting my own thing. People are
Yes.
asking me if I'm not worried that the AI will take over the music industry. I must say I'm not worried.
Okay.
I know some people are, but it's because you can record an AI song and sell it online. But I don't think anything will ever replace live music. We know
Period.
that. I mean, you can't sell your music and sound incredible, and then your fans that are buying your music want to see you live one day.
That's true. That's true.
And then you get on stage and you don't sound like that. Sure, there's lip singing, there's the backtracks. We hate backtracks.
I hate those things.
I hate backtracks. No backtracks. But there's nothing like a live performance. If you look at, even in church, you cannot worship as you would on a normal Sunday in church over a radio.
No.
If the band is not in front of you, you need to feel the worship from the band leader.
Yes.
So that cannot be replaced. The bars, the pubs, they have karaoke. Everyone gets involved in karaoke.
Exactly.
The clients at functions, weddings, all of that, you can have a DJ, sure, but there's nothing that compares to a live performance.
That's
having
true.
the people on stage. It doesn't sound right if it's not live. It doesn't sound legit. You cannot connect with the audience if it's not live.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's not just because we hate backtracks. I don't think AI will take over too much completely. What I do think it takes away, I mean, if we knew about AI and ChatGPT and all of that when we were writing songs, that would have made life a lot easier. So much easier. But then it was not going to be as authentic. And there's always memories in that. I mean, the late nights, the trying to rhyme to Swati with English and then some Afrikaans. Like, goodness. The stress and then Googling what rhymes with this word, and just to make, like, there's a story in that for us. Not just put it in ChatGPT or whatever AI bots and ask it to write you a song, because then there's no meaning in it. You can see when a performer performs a song, like the love songs, you can see when that performer has written the song and sings it from his or her soul. That connects more than just someone standing there with a big smile on their face singing about a breakup. So that's the difference. I think that it might take over some, but it will never replace it as it is. You can't beat live music. And the heart that goes into writing music, and the band being put together, and the laughter in a recording room or in the rehearsal room where the drummer makes a mistake or they're singing off beat or something. There's nothing that can replace that. As musicians, we'll always have that within us.
That's true.
And it might take over for a year or two or so, but anyone wanting to buy music and listen to music will see the difference. They'll feel the difference, and they will go back to what it was. So I don't think it's too much of a something to be concerned about.
I think someone once said that let's find a way, let's not be against AI, but let's find a way to work with AI. Because if we're against it, we're not going to win. You know, songs are still going to be released by a machine and all that. But let's just find a way to work with it, but also with us, with artists, musicians, players. Live performance is the best right now. Live performance is the way to go, because someone can create a song like what you're saying with a machine. But if we say go and perform live, no one is going to go and perform live, because it's a machine that was singing. You know, so I think what you said, it's true. Like live bands right now are going to be the only thing that musicians, they're going to have to fairly like focus on, because that's the only way right now, and things are changing. And
unfortunately, it might mean you have to change a bit of maybe your performance fee or something like that. But again, you cannot, there is no monetarily value on like connecting with the crowd. So you might have to drop your performance fee a little bit to go show people what you are capable of, and then they will feel that vibe and that energy and be like, this or nothing from now on. So that's the only advice I can give to musicians, where you might fight against it now. Drop it a little bit if you have to, not always necessarily, or just push yourself and go out there, go busk, or, you know, find the venues where you know there's a decent crowd, and just give your best in that.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm not too worried about AI.
Yeah. All right, guys. She has explained it, but I think what is it? People should really try to understand that as much as AI is here, we cannot chase it away. It's here to stay. Let's just find a way to work with it, not be against it. So I think what she has said, yeah, it's actually true. So
And also, I don't know how true it is because I'm not a
Okay.
scientist.
okay.
But I heard that running AI like that, is used with water. I'm going to get
How?
it very wrong.
With water.
There's something like that. So to do something, a big something on AI requires a lot of water for a machine or something like that. So eventually that's also going to have to be limited. AI can't just take over everything.
Water. How is this possible?
Something. We must, just after this, we must check it out.
Whoever.
There was something on TikTok that was going around, but it was all AI videos and stuff like that. And then they got banned because the person was making too many AI videos. I think it was like fruits or something. I was a bit
What?
invested in the fruits. But it was because of the amount of water it takes to constantly create AI. Not by the creator, but by them accessing wherever this thing is coming from.
Amount of water.
It's interesting to think about it, eh?
Then whoever knows the place, go and switch off the taps, man. Switch off the water. Like, please help us.
No, we're running out of
Let them
petrol,
starve.
running out of water.
Exactly.
But we'll
What?
sing. We'll sing.
We're gonna have to make a research about that. That is something. Wow.
Yes.
Water and AI.
Water. Because if you think
Wow.
about it, there's always something that has to power a machine.
Yes.
AI is not just in a computer that just does its thing. There's something, because AI is obviously it's smarter than a computer.
Yes.
So there's something that starts right at the beginning of the AI. So we're gonna check it out, and then you can update it.
Yeah. We're gonna have to check it out, guys.
In your next,
Yeah, in my next episode, and
you're gonna confirm.
yeah, I'll confirm if this thing is true. Then I'll rather go there and switch off those tabs and press the pipes. I'm like, go away. I'll save the world.
The rivers run dry.
Exactly. Yeah. So hey, thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Chelle.
Thank you.
Thank you. It really means a lot. So, hey, now I'm into this thing of I have to make a research now.
Check.
Jeez, water and AI. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Ooh, mic check.